What's up there and welcome to a brand new video on 414 Anime. In today's video, 5 facts about Twice from the series My Hero Academia. And hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. Twice was quite heavily requested by you guys on my last villain video, which was Darby. I'll leave a link to that in the cards right now, so make sure you check that out after this video. So I thought it would be an absolute crime. Get it? Crime, villains, yeah. to not cover Twice. So let's roll intro and get straight into the facts. Twice's real name, and I'm going to absolutely butcher this by the way, so feel free to leave some hate, is Jin Bubaigawara. How did I do? This family name, pronounced horribly by myself, is the same as a train station in Tokyo, which is joined by 2 separate rail stations. Thought that was pretty interesting. As for his overall stats, we don't know an awful lot about him being a villain. He of course has a medium build. We know without the mask he has blonde spiked hair, blue eyes, and he has a scar on his forehead. Other than this, we know he is a C rank villain. Twice's original design didn't really change too much from the current one that we have now. Only minor differences was that he had a slightly different costume with 4 eye openings instead of just the 2. And of course, one of the things that everybody thought when we first saw Twice was like, hey, this guy looks like Deadpool. Hey, this guy kind of acts like Deadpool. But I also think that he acts a bit like Toby from Naruto when we first see him join the series as well. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Moving on to Twice's quirk, basically his quirk is cloning. Twice normally uses his quirk to create clones of himself, and of course, as with Sin, create clones of others. The clones have the same appearance, personality, and quirk as the original, albeit that the clones are not as strong as the original, obviously. When they do eventually take too much damage, they'll turn into this kind of liquid-like form and just evaporate. What is also quite cool is that Twice is actually aware of it when one of the clones is destroyed. Pretty handy. Though the downside to his quirk is that he has pretty much little to no control at all over these clones. The reason that Twice can't actually control these clones is because they essentially have a mind of their own once created. Because of Twice's quirk, it's given him a rather contradicting personality where he kind of has the classic, devil and angel on his shoulders, except it's in his head. In terms of equipment, Twice carries these measuring tapes inside of his wristbands. They're made of this extremely sharp material, which he'll grasp using 2 hands. He can use this as a weapon, obviously. These tapes are that sharp that it's actually even to cut a thick spike of ice in 2. Pretty cool. Twice has a really strong belief in that understanding your own identity is the most important aspect in life. Of course, down to the weakness of his quirk, Twice has developed and suffers from identity disorder, which is quite interesting into his strong beliefs on that phrase. And over the history of using this quirk, it's actually drove him to insanity. When Twice removes his mask, we see that he shows a really strong sense of self-conflict over who he actually is. And there's an interesting backstory to him where Twice has got to the stage where he doesn't even know if he's the original Twice or if he's just a clone of himself that killed the original. The backstory is, in the past, he'd cloned himself over and over until he'd created a team or an army of himself, made these clones do everything for him, and he considered himself like their king or god. Leader, if you will. However, like I mentioned before, these clones do take a mind of their own and he's unable to control them. All the clones tried to, claim that they were the original and take control of this clone army. This obviously resulted in an argument who was the real Twice, thus leading into a giant Twice clone brawl. The original Twice that we know obviously suffered an injury to his head as a result of this fight, which left a scar. The fight itself dragged out for a total of 9 days, which is incredible. At the end of the fight, the clones killed each other and then eventually vanished, with the remaining one, of course, the Twice that we know now, unsure whether he was actually the original or not, which is kind of crazy. Like I mentioned before, Twice is very similar to Deadpool and, in my eyes, Toby from the Naruto series, but the concept of cloning has been explored in many other superhero stories, such as the X-Men character Multiple Man, who had to fight against a clone of himself that tried to absorb the original and replace him, similar to the big Twice clone fight that I mentioned. There was an infamous Spider-Man clone saga that explored the problem of clones fighting over which was the original Spider-Man, once again similar to Twice's backstory. In the first season of Teen Titans, in episode 8, there was a villain called Trident, who, similar to Twice, cloned himself in order to amass an army to take over Atlantis. Then, of course, we have Batman. There was a villain named Everywhere Man, who was a clone of a quantum physicist who created an army of himself. Of course, Batman and Robin eventually took down this mass clone army. There seems to be a big theme here. If you can clone yourself, you go straight to making a clone army. I suppose maybe you would. Or would you stick to maybe just cloning other people? Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But thanks for watching. This was my video, 5 facts about Twice from the series My Hero Academia. I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, if you'd like to see more anime fact videos, anime subscription box openings, figure reviews, and more, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Share this video with a friend, or leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know what your favourite Twice moment is from the show so far, and what you're looking forward to seeing from Twice in later episodes. But that is it from me. I will see you in the next video. Peace!